Canada is a scam, and I am going to tell you why. We have consistently seen those videos on the internet, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, where immigrants to Canada consistently say that they're disappointed when they move to Canada. If you guys haven't seen any of those videos, let me just share one right here, right now.
Come to Canada if you're stable back home. It's not worth it. It's just a fleece. It's a mirage. And that's the truth. Some of us are here because we've decided to come. For example, coming to Canada as a consultant psychiatrist, I had my hospital, I had the money, I had my driver, I had everything working. I had 3 vehicles. I had built a house and I was living in a duplex. But why did I come? Some of us, we looked at it and we said, you know what? For the sake of my children. Canada doesn't program you to work and enjoy your work. The master that is paying you is saying, I'm paying you to get this job done.
And here's another one.
What is the biggest thing you regret in life?
I regret in life? I regret coming to Canada because if I had stayed in the Caribbean, I would have been way better. I came to Canada, I worked, I don't know, maybe 20 years. I had to go back to my country. 7 years, living here for 20 years, 7 years of my country give me enough money to buy 2 properties in Canada cash. 7 years, 7, and 20 years you're just paying rent and nothing.
Are you guys convinced yet? If not, here's another one.
There's no work like before. And when you get work permit, for you not to get the job is a problem. Don't jack by anyhow. We are having another problem in Canada now. People just coming. Everybody is getting visa, they are coming. They tell them once you get to Canada, no problem, you have work. There's no work like before. No, underground work that they will do without papers. No, it's not.
Something you may have noticed from all of those videos that I've just played, and that something is that all of those persons are still in Canada. Hey guys, if you guys are new here, my name is Dems. I'm a Jamaican immigrant who moved to Canada back in 2019 as an international student. If you guys like this kind of conversation, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and let your thoughts be known in the comment section. So this is where we actually get into the conversation. Is moving to Canada really a scam designed to trick immigrants from all around the world to make the biggest mistake of their life? Or is it really the case of persons who are here and experiencing some form of hardship, painting up negative picture to dissuade persons from coming, not understanding that everybody has a different experience? And let's be honest, if Canada was as bad as they say it was, one of the points I fail to understand is, why would you want your kids to live in a society that you consider worse than back home?
But why did I come? Some of us, we looked at it and we said, you know what? For the sake of my children. For the sake of my children. For the sake of my children.
Secondly, if you have an option of going back home, why would you stay in a country that you deem unfit or unsuitable for your well-being? And that is why I call full red flag. Let's be honest. There is no perfect society. And nowhere in the world you go, you're going to have a perfect life unless you are rich. And even if you're rich, let's be honest, there's no such thing as a perfect life. A lot of persons, when they migrate to Canada, they're expecting perfection. But the truth of the matter is, there is no perfection, not even in Canada. And I really and truly have a big problem with persons who uses their own experience to dissuade others from moving to Canada. Now, what I can do is only to share my own personal experiences and experiences of friends, family members, and tons of other persons who I know who have made a transition to Canada, and not one person has said that they have regretted the decision to move to Canada. So is Canada a scam? Absolutely not. Sometimes as immigrants, we make a lot of mistakes that can really make or break our experiences in Canada. One of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of immigrants make is falling for what is called the big city syndrome. Now, the big city syndrome is when you choose to live into a big city, even though cost of living is higher, it's more competitive, so to find a job is much harder, and just general costs like housing costs, rental costs is really higher in the bigger city. And if they move 1 hour outside of the bigger city, everything will be more affordable, everything will be cheaper, and they will have less competition for the jobs that they want. However, a lot of immigrants choose to stay in the more populated areas in Canada, and then they use that as a basis to shape their decision, and then say that Canada is a scam, and then say that Canada is not what they expected it to be. However, for us, we live in a small town, We're living the Canadian dream. At this point in the video, I'm gonna ask you guys to do something very, very, very important for me. If you're still here this far in the video, I'm gonna ask you guys to just take a second from this video and hit that subscribe button. It's really, really important, not only for the video, but for the channel overall. And also, if you like the conversation, let me know by hitting that like button. And even if you disagree with me, still hit the like button, but I want you to leave your comments down in the comments section. I try my best to reply to all comments. All of these activities are really free and it makes the world of a difference. So, thank you in advance. One of the problems a lot of immigrants have in Canada is keeping up with the Jones syndrome. And you guys might be familiar with that syndrome. That is when you try to be people pleasers. So you live above your means. You try to buy the more expensive things. You try to drive the more expensive car. You try to live in an apartment or even in a house that you can barely afford. And then because of that, you don't have a lot of surplus cash, or your cash flow is really hampered because you're really putting your hat way above your head. So my advice to immigrants is to simply stay within your means. Canada is a country that once you put in the work, half the times or not, you're gonna get the reward in comparison to a lot of countries around the world where you put in the work and you still don't get the reward. So please, live within your means. It's not about proving and showing off and flexing. It's about surviving. It's simply about surviving. So live within your means, learn to save, learn to invest, and I can almost guarantee you that your perception of Canada will definitely be different. Now, if you are thinking of moving to Canada and you want a realistic opinion of what Canada is like, take it from me. You are not making a mistake. Take it from me. It's still a country that has a lot of opportunities. Take it from me. Do not listen to the naysayers. Everybody's experience is different. Everyone has a different immigration journey and everyone transitions differently. So please be positive and be optimistic and know that you're not making a mistake. However, the tips that I've given you before, do not fall into the trap of the big city syndrome. And most importantly, do not fall into the trap of keeping up with the Joneses syndrome. Sometimes we come to Canada and yes, it's going to be difficult at first. You're coming to a new country. You're going to have to start over from square one, quite possibly. And then you're going to worry about optics. How is it going to look to my friends back home? How is it going to look to my family back home? Don't watch none of that. Don't watch no face. Just buckle up your belt, drop your pants, do what you have to do until you can create a foundation to really and truly achieve the things that you want to achieve in life. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be possible. So surround yourself with persons who can motivate you on your Canadian journey as well, who can push you, who can guide you in the right direction, and not the persons who are complainants. Because people complain about different things. People complain about everything, but one of the things that I said at the beginning of this video is, how many of the persons who are complaining do you see leaving Canada? Not much. Canada still have one of the fastest growing populations in the world, and it is still a sought after destination. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. If you are watching this video and you know the person at the beginning of the video where I shared that little clip who was able to go back to the Caribbean and build his house and buy cash or whatever he did, please put me in contact with him. I need the plug. I need to know what he did to do all of that because I want to do it too. Because I have not met anybody who was able to do that. So if it's actually true, he's going to have to give me the plug so I can do it as well. But sarcasm aside, thank you guys so much for watching this video. All the shout out to all the new subscribers who have been joining our platform, who have been joining our family. Welcome to the Andersons family. And for all the day one people who have been here since day one, thank you guys so much for supporting our channel. Shout out to everybody who's watching this from in Canada and from outside of Canada alike. You guys are what keep the ball rolling. We cannot do what we do without the kind support of all of you guys. So thank you guys for supporting us. Thank you guys for watching our videos. Thank you guys for engaging with our videos by liking, commenting, and subscribing and sharing as well. So we just want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys. And again, a happy new year. It's 2025. Sending all the blessings in the world your way. Your year will be a fantastic year. And of course, you guys, we did many videos where we sent out lots of love and positivity in your direction. But we're doing it again. We want you guys to take it. We want you guys to claim it, right? If you guys haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this conversation. And let me know if you guys want to see more conversations like these as well. Whatever your thoughts are of the video, drop it down in the comment section. But most importantly, share it with a friend, share it with a family member so they can have a realistic expectation of what Canada is really like. Until next time, guys. See you guys in the next video.